Hello again. I'm Dr. Nunez with Living Health. Doc, I'm all stressed out. What can I do? That's a question I often get. Stress is a big part of modern living. And what can you do? There actually are a lot of things that you can take control of and start to manage in order to get stress under control. One of the pillars of lifestyle medicine, which is what this channel is about how you manage your life, the choices you make in your lifestyle choices every day impacts your health and your well-being. And one of the 6 pillars of lifestyle medicine is stressing less. How to reduce your stress. So yes, you can do something about it, and let's go over some of these things. If you like these kinds of things, press the thumbs up, press the subscribe button, and press the little bell. It does help when you all press those little like buttons or you leave comments and you subscribe. So thank you very much. So stress, this is a big deal, big thing in our modern fast-moving society. But guess what? Stress has also impacted all societies across all the ages. There have been anthropological studies done in tribes that have had little contact with humans, and those folks also suffers from stress. So it's not just us in the modern world, all connected all the time, getting buzzed, getting beeped, that we can't get away from things that we're stressed. So I wanted to look at this from the rest of the lifestyle areas. And I've said before that, if you're having trouble with one particular area in the lifestyle, there are other areas, levers that you could pull to help start to bring it in, okay, and start to leverage yourself in getting that problem solved, that little problem area solved. So if stress is really what's going on with you, the first thing to look at is what you're taking in, what you're putting into your body in terms of substances that might be bad for you, like smoking. So some people stress out and they go for a smoke. No, try not to do that. If you can possibly avoid it, that is one of the first things you should try, because stress and tobacco, you're starting to really increase your risk of heart disease and other things. So if you could eliminate that. And then the other thing to look at are stimulants that you might be taking in, be they caffeine or things like this, energy boosts, or these soft drinks that are very high in caffeine. That can just get you all riled up and get going. And so those things, what you're putting into your body that might not be good for you, are some of the first things to look at. Alcohol is another one of these things. If you're drinking too much, try not to do that. If you're not in control of alcohol, just don't drink. If you do drink culturally and socially, and you have no problems with it, you don't get into trouble if you have a drink or two, or you have a glass of wine with your meal, that is fine actually. So don't get too worried about that particular kind of drinking. But if you are over drinking, where you're going to a bar and getting drunk because you're stressed out, that's not a very good thing to do either. So that might be another area to focus on, and that's a very big area, which may be involved in other videos. So what else can you look at within this scheme? Is also exercise. So exercise is that other lever in lifestyle that you could pull. Go out and get some exercise, preferably in a natural setting, outdoors, where you can interact and see nature, whether it's walking in a park, or running through a park, or by a beach, or on a boardwalk, whatever you might have access to that gets you outside. It could be playing a sport outdoors if you enjoy tennis or golf or cycling. These kinds of things that you can engage in outdoors, and involving a little bit of nature and fresh air and sunlight. That can help you start to bring that sensation of being stressed under control too. The other component, let's bring in another component, another pillar of lifestyle medicine here, is to love more. So if you reach out and you're able to interact with more people, loved ones, people that you like, that you enjoy their company, think about integrating them into and reaching out and being more involved with them and sharing concern and being able to share what you're going through. That kind of sharing and interaction with fellow human beings that care for you and that you care for them, that can be fundamental. I have videos on this, on how fundamental love is. Well, this is one of the big components here that can help you, and it's a huge lever you could pull in your favor. When you integrate that then, and for instance, in doing exercise, a group exercise, or you don't walk alone, but you walk with somebody, or you run with somebody, or you're cycling with somebody, or you're playing a sport outside with somebody, be it golf or tennis or whatever you might be able to do outside, you're bringing two of these pillars to play. So those things can help greatly. Okay, so we've talked now about 3 different pillars here, about eliminating toxic stuff, about loving more, and about exercise. Nutrition is another big component, okay? If you can start to stick to healthier foods within your nutritional paradigm, you're probably going to feel a little better physically, and that'll improve your feeling mentally, psychologically, and emotionally. What big areas are we talking about? Well, in lifestyle medicine, we like to talk a lot about the plant predominant nutrition. So if you've been eating a lot of meat and processed meats, or you're like those kinds of things, you may want to, especially under periods of stress, to reduce that intake and increase your fruits and veggies. Increase things that come from plants that are not highly processed. Also legumes, sometimes nuts in moderation. If you go into grains, I always recommend to do those in whole grains, not the highly processed, or not white flour products that are tend to be highly processed and carb loaded and the like. But just fruits and veggies. That the fruits and veggies also put you psychologically and mentally more in touch with nature, with plants, with living things around that receive their energy from the sun, their vital energy, their force of nature. And that can help you. Okay, and then what other component do we have here? Another pillar of lifestyle medicine that you can deploy is sleep, restorative rest. This is very important. And it might seem like in periods of great stress, it's difficult to get great sleep. But if you focus on it and you've moved these other little pillars that we've spoken about, some of them big pillars, you should be able to get better rest. And I have videos that are tips on sleeping, but very quickly you can try to at least establish a routine. We're going to bed and rising at the same time, when you have a wind down period in the evening, when you're dimming your screens, your lights in the evening during that wind down period, you're cooling your room, your bedroom, and you're darkening it. So you get that regular, restorative, natural rest, and that helps. And as you've eliminated some of the other substances like caffeine, smoking, and alcohol, all of which interfere with sleep, with this other pillar here, your sleep can be helped and improved. So in this way, you can start to then attack stress. And you can look at stress then, when you have these other pillars and you're feeling a little better and you're feeling a little healthier and more energetic, and you can take a pause and look at, where is the stress coming from? What is producing stress? And can I do something about that? The interesting thing with stress is it is your reaction to what's going on, to something outside, whether at the work, at home, family, or other people that are giving you stress. It's how you react. So you can look at that and start to say, okay, can I do something about that? Can I eliminate that situation? Can I impact the way I react to a particular situation? Sometimes when you bring in exercise to play, one of the things people do is gentle yoga, which combines the practices of exercise of doing it in a group setting. So maybe you're having social connectedness, which is the other pillar. And it may help you then being more mindful and try to be in your zone where you can react to situations that otherwise might have stressed you out. And you don't have to feel that level of stress. And that can then start to bring in line that pillar of stressing less. So again, if you like these kinds of videos, it really does help if you press that thumbs up, you press subscribe, and press the little bell so you can be notified of future videos. Again, lifestyle is about what you can do, what's in your control, how you can really impact your well-being and your health. Until next time, I'm Dr. Nunez with Living Health. Bye-bye.